Stop scrolling. Try this wild guide to making things instead. Hey! Yeah, you. Stop scrolling for just a second. Tell me if this sounds familiar. You're feeling wiped out, overwhelmed, maybe glued to your screen, bombarded by bad news. None of the good stuff, right? You start doubting if you can create things and face problems. Or maybe you're wondering if being creative is even worth it. But let me tell you something that could unlock a whole different side of yourself, especially if you're running on empty. Before we dive in, if you're on a journey to grow, challenge yourself, and unlock new ways to look at the world, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell. The Growth Mindset Project is all about exploring, building, and transforming. And I want you along for every wild step. Done? Awesome. So let's talk about that feeling again. When the world is too much and you feel stuck, paralyzed by nihilism, invalidation, or straight-up exhaustion, creativity can seem impossible. If you can't fix the world, why lift a finger at all, right? Here's that annoying truth. You can't pour from an empty cup. If you're looking to make the world better, the place to start is with yourself. Create things and face the problems. That's the formula to fill up that empty cup. You're not alone. Studies show that after newsworthy disasters, people who binge on the traumatic media coverage actually report more stress than people who experienced it in real life. Why? Because viewers rarely use coping mechanisms. They just take in the negativity, feeling powerless. But here's the plot twist. Making things, engaging with creativity, gives you agency. It's proven that being happy makes you more creative. But what's crazier is that being creative also makes you happier, by almost 28%. Not only does your own creativity boost your happiness, but it ripples outward, raising your community's mental health and resilience. And let's face it, in a world swirling with misinformation, bots, and digital chaos, putting constructive energy out there is almost a radical act. So, what do you do when you want to create things and face problems but have no clue where to start? I've pulled together 10 wild, specific ideas you can try right now. Prescriptions for shaking loose from creative paralysis. First, turn a mistake into art. Spill coffee on a notebook, let it dry, then doodle and expand the stain into something wild. Make music out of sounds that usually get thrown away. Take something broken, a shirt, a mug, a story, and make it the starting point for something new. Why? Because a mistake creates creative boundaries and destroys the myth that your first attempt has to be perfect. Inspiration shows up once you start working, not before. Next, find your favorite quotes, something that gives you that little jolt of insight, and transform it. Embroider it, sample it in a song, use it as the backbone of a collage, or just scrawl it on a giant canvas. Why does this matter? Because immersing yourself in sharp, distilled wisdom gets your mind whirring, and sharing it as art sends that spark into the world. Write a letter to a friend. Not a text, not an email, but a real letter. Bonus points if you make or collage a postcard to send it on. Not in a social mood? Write to yourself and actually mail it. Future, you will thank you for the perspective. These small acts of creation are straight-up magic for connecting, reflecting, and finding meaning. Remake something you love. Cover a song, rewrite a scene from your favorite movie with sock puppets, translate a story into a haiku, or reimagine an artwork in your own style. Don't worry about originality. Focus on process. I know people who recreated whole episodes of their childhood shows just for a laugh. The fun comes in the doing, not the result. Before we jump to the next wild idea, let me know in the comments what creative roadblocks you're facing right now, or what wild project you want to try next. If you're finding sparks here, smash that like button so this guide can reach more future makers. Back to it. Personify your resistance. We all have that voice or force that says, "Not now, you can't, you shouldn't." Give it a name and a shape. Draw it, make it a sock puppet, write it into a song or story. Just making that invisible weight into a character gives you power over it. You'll be surprised when you create things and face problems by calling them out. Energy comes flooding back. Try the exquisite corpse game. Fold a piece of paper, draw a head, pass it to someone to draw the body, and another to draw the legs, no peeking. Or do it solo for a surprise. The results are wild and ridiculous, which is the point. It's messy, low stakes, and collaborative, reminding you that not every creation has to be a masterpiece, and sometimes the best things happen when you let go of control. Here's another. Make your own version of a universal structure. Rewrite the 7 deadly sins, the zodiac signs, the alphabet, tarot cards, or the days of the week with your own twist. Take something ancient and accepted and transform it. This forces your brain out of autopilot. You can even do this with stories, like rewriting fairy tales in your own style, or creating a modern spin on classic poetry. Alter something to create something else. A remix, a collage, a refashioned piece of clothing, or a mashup of digital art. When you engage deeply with someone else's work, you unlock whole new perspectives and pick up techniques you'd never discover on your own. Hunter S. Thompson famously retyped classic novels just to feel what greatness felt like. You don't have to go that far, but slicing and reassembling art, music, or ideas? That'll shift your brain into creative gear fast. Let's keep it rolling, and remember, hit like, subscribe, and comment if something strikes a chord or if you want to see more wild guides like this. On to the next. Answer famous questions. Pick a timeless list, like the 36 questions that supposedly make you fall in love, or your favorite podcast's signature asks. Interview yourself and let those answers spark stories, memories, or even jokes. Sometimes, to create things and face problems, you just need the right question to get moving. 10th, do a challenge with constraints. Think of Pictionary or songwriting sprints. When there are rules, like a time limit, a weird material, or a prompt pulled from a hat, you bypass perfectionism and jump straight into action. Try a make a song a day challenge, or use only what's in one drawer to make something new. Ask someone for a prompt, or draw with your non-dominant hand. Materials, time, rules, they all force you to innovate when you feel stuck. Here's a wild example. There's a rapper who made a rap advent calendar, dropping a new track every single day up to Christmas. Or try using quirky tools. Shoot your project on a retro camera, write with a pen that barely works, or paint with your fingers. The change in medium can short-circuit routine thinking and bring a whole new energy. My biggest advice? Don't wait for inspiration, just get started. Once you're moving, the ideas, momentum, and satisfaction will follow. You learn how to create things and face problems by being in the mess, not avoiding it. Still with me at the end? Brain buzzing? If you're craving even more ways to shake off the dust and boost your growth mindset, check out the other videos right here. Don't forget to hit the bell so you never miss an idea that could change everything.